Hello, and welcome to Friday night stream. I'm playing Growing My Grandpa, which is hello everyone, by the way. Hi. Sorry, I just jumped right into that. How's everybody doing? Well, that's good to hear, Q. It's very good to hear. Existing, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Um, Good to hear. All is good. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's immediately ominous. So I'm playing Growing My Grandpa, which is a weird little point and click horror game. Okay. Let me know if the audio is good. Sounds good? Okay. Alright. Let's see. Let's grow a grandpa, apparently. Would you like to view the tutorial regarding the game mechanics? Oh. You know, I wanted to go in blind. You have a few guesses for the plot. I feel like it involves growing and maybe a grandpa, but I'm not sure in what context. You go back in time and raise your grandfather. That would be, you know what, that would be a funny slice of life, but I feel like that's not what's going on. You hope the Yes, we support gilfs in this house. Gilfs and dilfs, yes. I have a feeling he's not, but we'll see. Just the music is the music is speaking to me, and I feel like the grandpa is not hot. Maybe. Sure, let's run through the tutorial super quick. This game is designed to be played with a mouse. Got that. We're all good. Boy, these shaders are throwing me the fuck off. Damn, yeah, too bad. I don't think it's gonna be a hot grandpa today. Click below in the pointing mode to continue. Sure. Select the cursor mode. Oh, second. This says second, but my brain read that as select. My follower goal is in the way, but it says second cursor, and my brain didn't read it. It's Friday, where I am, so ready for the weekend. Okay. So silent. Pick up the piece of trash on the right and place it in the trash can on the left. How do... Okay. To continue, please pick up the piece of trash. It's Friday. Wait, if you're... Wait, so if your grandpa is a plant, he would need sun to grow, which would make him hot. I don't know if that logic tracks Q. It would make him full of chlorophyll and photosynthesis. I don't know if he'd be hot though. Oh, I have to. Okay. Trash. I'm the trash man. What? He would be hot to the touch. Plants aren't really hot to the touch on a hot summer day. Okay, maybe. Let's see. There will be many situations in growing my grandpa that will require you to pick up things and place things. So I have two modes, point mode and grab mode. Don't be afraid to experiment and keep an open mind using your hand. I mean, I'm always... No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not making that joke. Okay, continue. Oh wait, I got a point. I don't... Yeah, in order to expedite the cleaning process, you can use digits 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard's number. Oh, okay, yeah. To reposition the trash can below. Look, I'm moving the trash can. Click continue button to move on. Please remember the menu buttons must be clicked in the pointer mode. Thank you, game. Okay, I already ran through the game options and I select the one that I thought would be best. Congratulations overlay. Oh wait, no, options overlay. Oh, configuration. God damn it. It says configuration options overlay and I read that as congratulations. I was like, what are you congratulating me for? I need to sleep. Okay, hovering over this while quiet. Alright. Alright, this is just talking to me about the shader settings. I hope I will enjoy this game, Yames. You can't see all of the screen. What do you mean, Q? You mean, week 1. Oh boy. Alright. I excused Adrian during music class today and spoke with her about her recent string of demerits. The overlay blocks some things. It's fine though. Oh yeah, it's all about aesthetic, my man. It was our first time meeting outside of our quarterly evaluations, and I believe it went well. I can certainly understand Miss Richardson's classroom observations concerning Adrian's emotional state. Okay. She was, of course, intensely shy when we first met. As I understand it, she is similarly withdrawn in her classroom activities and only speaks or acts when she absolutely must. God, Q, it's for the aesthetic. Yes, the aesthetic. It's like the SpongeBob rainbow meme. You're only here to mod. Okay, thank you. Some things she simply will not do. Instead of participating in mandatory group activities, she will sit alone and accept that she will receive a demerit. Oh, this isn't the dating sim, Crow. Sorry, the dating sim is what I'm playing tomorrow. No, this is growing my grandpa. Any game is a dating sim. Sure, but it involves my grandpa, and that's just not a dating sim that you want to even touch. feel like that's something that would get you immediately thrown off Twitch. Have a nice spaghetti dinner. She was, of course, intensely shy even when we first met. Oh, wait, I just read this already. Whoops. So she's shy, she basically refuses to participate in activities, even though she'll get a demerit. Okay. I mean, God, Game of Thrones. Don't even get me started. Before the meeting, I read Miss Richardson's parent-teacher report, which allowed me to estimate some about Adrian's home life. The parents are well educated and come from a prestigious background, but they lack time to properly nurture Adrian. She is often alone, and when she is not, the parents seem to not understand the importance of warmth and affirmation when dealing with someone so young. Alright. Having two parents of this reserved and icy temperament exacts an inhibition in a child. The child's imagination is subdued, but only ostensibly, is that how, am I saying that right? Ostensibly, for it eventually. Okay, cool. For it eventually finds its way into regular life. I surmise that I would be able to reach out to Adrian by way of make-believe. Alright. So I guess I'm playing the role of like some sort of guidance counselor. Alright. How are you liking your new house? You've told me you used to live close by, but it still can be a big adjustment, a new room, a new school. Oh god, I can't voice act. The basement. I like that. What's wrong, Crow? Hell no, what? A child? I know, it's just a child. The basement? Yeah, well, there's lots of cool stuff. And she lives in a basement. Just like Finny. Do you live in a basement, Finny? Or are you talking about Finny? No, Finny. Okay. Yeah, Q's right. We're all in the basement. I am live streaming from your basement, Finny. You need to let us out. I'm just saying, at some point. You have good Wi-Fi down here? You do. It's surprising, considering how good the Wi-Fi is down here, but it just sucks way up there where you are. Yeah, well, there's a lot of cool stuff. Mom and Dad sent me down there. Your mom and dad made you go. Yeah, but there's lots of cool stuff. Well, that's not why they sent me down there, though. Why did they send you down there? Fighting. They were fighting, shouting. I came in to help and they shouted at me. God, I'm living some childhood trauma right now. They said, go clean up downstairs. So, I went. That sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? Wait, I just looked over and your gat. Wait, I missed the whole argument you guys are having in chat. Oh, okay, you're talking about snacking at cockroaches. Okay. Okay, that sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? No. Well, it's alright, Adrian. Maybe you can tell me more about the basement instead. Okay. Well, it was weird at first, the stuff down there. But cool. I found something living, sort of. That's very interesting, Adrian. Please, tell me more. By indulging her in her fantasies and stories, I was able to glean more of an understanding of Adrian's anxiety surrounding her home and her parents. The symbols of Adrian's story seem to carry their own traumatic weight, and her exploration of the basement may very well be a vehicle for the conveyance of her anxiety. Whatever might come of our next meeting, whether she will engage in similar make-believe, I will set down her story here. That is a weird way of saying you're gonna write her story down. Okay. Adrian's story begins with her delving into the basement with a trash receptacle and the goal of cleaning up. She discovered one of the walls was covered in plastic bags. She went to investigate, intent on tearing away whatever they covered. Oh. Trash bags look like a boulder, my dude. But okay, trash bags. Bye. Oh, take it to the trash can. Upon removing the plastic trash bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in glass. Like a window, I offered. No, she said, like a mirror. Reflecting inward towards the animal they covered. Reflecting inward towards the animal they covered? I gently asked her what exactly this animal was. Here is where the material reality of the story took a turn for the explicitly fantastic and imaginary. Well, sorry, I can't read. Upon her discovery of it, at her gaze, it grew, or extended. Its shaggy-haired self. Hair like the fur of a dog, I offered. No, she said. Not the fur of a dog, nor the hair on her head. It grew out towards her, the animal's hair, reaching out. It was hard, standing almost straight. Like the hair of a brush? A bristle, I offered? Yes, she said. She was very afraid at first, but then very curious. I asked her what else was in the room. More things hidden away, she said. Things of Grandpa's as well. First, she found a hidden passage under the stairs. Inside were strange dolls, magic objects, naked, faceless figures. I heard these cryptic utterances and merely nodded. In order to keep the game of make-believe going, I only pressed for details when I thought necessary. The faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the boy, this narrator fucking loves these huge ass words, and I'm just like a country bumpkin trying to ramble my way through the dialogue. And anonymity. God, that's so hard. That is such a hard word to say. I hate the English language. Okay, so the faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the anonymity she feels in her home. The hidden passage, I am unsure of what to make of that. The revealing of the concealed seems to be thematic in her fantasy. The door under the stairs is but one example. Oh, this is great English practice for you. I'm glad I could help. I feel like I am not Englishing well. All right, there's a bristly thing. Let's back away. That's right, I gotta. So. Anything I can grab here? No. The darkness of the shadowy corner unnerves you. You cannot explore here without some form of light. Okay. I'll go back. There's a trash pile. Alright, that's right. I'm supposed to be cleaning up the basement. Maybe. Oh. Hello, wolf boy. I don't know what I'm doing. You and your stinky cheese. I mean, I cleaned up. So I can only assume that I'm done? Or do I just go back to this thing? Nah, man. I was never really good at point and click. I don't know. Wolf boy. I would love some hints, Q. I am struggling. Oh wait, do I do anything with the trash? Oh, I am pointing and clicking though. Oh wait, that's right. Oh, the hints are point and click. But I'm pointing and I'm clicking. Go to the question marks? I mean, I was just there. Oh shit, are you kidding me? Okay. I grabbed something. Oh. There was trash hanging there, but it blended in with the background. I'm sorry. Once she removed the panel and found the magical hidden passage, she was very specific about what she took. She found a magic book, a magic doll, a photo of her late grandpa, and magic glue. Probably cute. It turns into some creepy dolls. That's what happened. Excuse me. No. Dobby? Am I Harry Potter? Am I a wizard now? I mean, no, you know what? I found a magic book, and I found some magic glue. Maybe I am a wizard. Yes, those were the dolls that they were referencing, Q. Throw away trash. Oh, I found the glue. Found a note, okay. Found a lot of notes. If you can huff that magic glue, you can be anything. Yeah. In your mind. But no, it's magic. I think it's more than just your mind. Oh, this is the grandfather. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. A photo of your late grandfather. Okay. Mr. PhD on the reverse side of the photograph. There is more text. Yeah, well, Fitty, I told you, I don't think the grandpa's hot in this game. On the reverse side of the photograph, there's more text. Good luck on your trip to... I don't know how to pronounce that. Uralis, Uralis, I don't know. Stay warm. Wherever he's going, it's cold. Papers crudely bound together to form a book. Is this the magic book? Oh god, there's big words in here. The impetus of the research was the recognition of a particular pattern in fragments of documents relating to magic and magico-religious practices. What a fucking... Not Kazakhstan. They're... Crow. I just have to ask you, are you involved with this? No? Okay. Well, we'll see. No, never. You didn't do war crimes in Kazakhstan. Numerous sources were drawn from commentaries on laws relating to the banning of sorcery and necromancy, compilations of folk charms relating to love spells, hieroglyphic hagiographs, wow, of saints and their encounters with devils. The list spans many centuries and a great distance, from the Levant to the Khazar Khaganate, I don't know, to the border of the modern nations of Russia and Kazakhstan today. I'm so sorry. I am just butchering words. Yes, Q. They were alleged, so innocent till proven guilty, yes. From this paper trail arose a consistent account about a certain form of magic relating to the binding of demons to a sorcerer's will. A demon called the Heaven of Needles, or the Angel of Needles, was known to be kept best by shamanic keepers or wards who suffer from face blindness, whether by birth or through developmental causes like a stroke or head injury. It was known to be extremely effective, but terribly dangerous, so much so that it became outlawed several times and was generally a popular scapegoat relating to unexpected death. That's no good. Oh my god, there's so much to read. This nexus of magico-religious meaning-making, sorcery regarding human-related desires, and the history and science of neurological disorders related to the fusiform gyrus is where the subject of this dissertation is. Is this a fucking am I reading a dissertation on magical things? Will reside. I will outlaw further. This is a dissertation, and then analyze the historical sources I mentioned previously. Then I would go into the neurology of mystic and magico-religious experiences. Oh my god. Is this like a whole... This is how much longer is this? After that, I will detail my ongoing correspondence with a resident of Ural Mountain region who is an expert folklorist, a god, a keeper of traditions he claims to have been passed down through his extended family for generations. Okay, that was it. That was my brain was fucking short circuiting. Let me take this clue. This is all-purpose clue. Breathe, reading is hard. Reading is hard. Breathe the glue. Yeah. Get high on them fumes. Okay. Oh my god. I'll take the doll. A slouching doll. Its material is rough and coarse. Elmer knew what he was doing. I interrupted to ask what she did with these magical, mysterious materials. Hell no, is that? That is a doll. Grow Grandpa, she explained plainly. And then without missing a beat, she continued on with her story. Feeling this was a potent symbol, I stopped her again to ask what she meant. Somewhat puzzled, I did not understand immediately. She explained slowly. Grandpa lives in the cage in the other room. The cage behind the door. They grew people in the cage. Alrighty. Can I grab anything else? Fucking pardon? Yeah, they're growing people in cages, Finny. Am I done with this area? I think I might be. Door. Oh my god, there's so many documents. A hastily written note. I have repeatedly called your homes to no avail, and so I am forced to leave this here for you all. I found William sitting in the corner of the enclosure area, seeming severely concussed. Whiskers was gone, and none of its usual hiding places. I immediately suspected the worst. The project thus must be suspended for now. I am leaving up the usual mirrored coverings we used to keep the anthropoidic void sealed. Oh, okay. I have questions. I have done my best to lock up everything on such short notice. It is hastily fixed, but it will require some time to find a more permanent remedy. I am honestly hoping you do not find this note, as I intended to lock the house down too. I intend to race off to you to retrieve your lockbox keys. Do not worry about William's key. It, and the rest of his equipment, is almost certainly deep within Whiskers now. Oh, okay. I pray you do not enter this room. No matter how it may appear, William cannot be helped, and is only being kept alive as a means of continuing predation on the rest of us. Okay. I will say once more, again, no matter what state you may encounter William in, he cannot be helped. I have sympathy for the young man, I truly do. But I found on his person several photos of his late sister, which would imply certain risks he knew he was taking. God, English, please. Our extant research materials have now become possible liabilities, either criminal or professional in nature. So I have stashed them away. I believe I let you all know how I might do this if we were ever to experience an event such as this. I hope you all remember what I told you. So long then, Dr. H. Alrighty. Oh my god, there's so much. Lab orientation. Okay. 1. For the sake of university policy and the health of future career you hope to have. Dr. Harry, Dr. H. For the career you hope to have, you will abide by the non-disclosure contract you have signed. Okay, so people coming into this house have signed an NDA, which is never good. Dr. Argoth, Dr. Horty, Henry. You guys are just naming the trying to figure out the doctor's name. Do not break the anthropoidic vacuum without my prior consultation and approval. Any anthropoidic forms brought into the enclosure area must not be left attended. When in its dormancy, the sample will attempt to take anthropoid shells. Please see shell notes for more on that. Wow. You guys are so silly. I know the auto mod was just Oh, I accidentally did not read that. Okay. Ritual behavior with the sample trading bargaining will result in dismissal from the project. The precise mechanism of the exchange of symbols and gifts required for a requested desirous yield is not known, and even then, the anecdotal accounts of success are illegible and end in violent death. You had to add horn dog to the permitted terms, so that's great. Never thought that would be a thing. Alrighty. Regarding growth cycles, every time Whiskers regenerates and leaves dormancy, it is to be logged as a new propagation. The sample's bodily existence cannot be illegible, i.e., a part cannot be cut from the whole, so there can only be one living, quote-unquote, propagation. Propagations are meant to be terminated after 5 weeks. Any further development puts us at risk. Termination procedures will be posted and followed with extreme care. With all of that out of the way, Dr. Hart, by the way, is the doctor's name. It took us reading all of that to finally figure out the doctor's name was Dr. Hart. Hart stands for horn dog. It's just like not like an anagram. It's like what can we make an anagram out of this? Horn dog are ready. I don't know. Tonight. Yeah, let's do it tonight. Yeah, that's what his name's an anagram for, apparently. Horn dog are ready tonight. It's so stupid. Horn dogs are really tasty. Thank you, Crow. That's a good one. I just panicked. Okay, with all of that out of the way, I want to welcome you to the project. I don't feel welcome, but okay. Automod, please. It's the horns. Horn dog's ass really tight. Finny! You're right, Finny. Okay, let's see. Oh, I need to enter the door. Beyond the door, in the room, the cage is hidden, concealed in another cloak of inward-facing mirrors. Boy, this game is really age. A hidden cage lined with mirrors. It is strange, almost poetic. The elaborate fantasy of self-reflection, concealment, captivity. Tarp. Bring this tarp down. At the cage, she finally cast her spell. But it was confusing, she confided at first. She took the magic doll, the magic glue, and the photo of her grandpa. And she combined them, and she wished very hard. I could only assume in this fantasy that next her wish would come true. In what child's story would it not? Okay. I have glue. Particular human representation. Generic human figure. Doll. And my grandpa. We're gonna glue it together. This is kind of reminds me almost like a voodoo doll or something. Okay. A tangible symbol of intention and desire. This is some Full Metal Alchemist shit. She put Grandpa in the cage. Don't put baby in a corner. Assuming that was part of the ritual. She was not clear on how it worked. What precise instructions she could glean from her grandfather's quote-unquote magic book was complicated by her reading comprehension. She wished with all her heart, and then she told me she waited for a while for something, anything to happen. And after that time, she began to cry. I cried really hard, she said. I wanted Grandpa to be back. I wanted my parents to stop being so mean. and it hurt me. It heard me wish for Grandpa to come back, for my parents to be different. I could feel it through the walls, and it felt me through the air. I asked her what exactly she meant. She could only repeat what she said. By this time, lunch was almost over. I said goodbye to Adrian, and she left to rejoin her class. I was left to consider our conversation. I believe the storytelling strategy I have employed was not unfruitful, but I must probe deeper, if I can. God, I hate that the music just stops suddenly. Although I can be sure of nothing I interpret, the impressions I get may begin to help me get an idea of the right questions to ask. Knowledge you acquire this week has given you access to certain topics or keywords you can discuss with Grandpa. You have gained the conversation topic wish. Consider discussing this when Grandpa emerges. Okay. You have also gained the following keyword. Shell. He will emerge. Yeah. Week 2. This is some wild ass shit, yo. I'm gonna read this in a second, but I learned very recently that people were like, I mean, people still kind of practice magic, but there was like a really like huge like movement back in like the early 1900s. I say huge movement, but it was fucking like Aleister Crowley, in his occult shenanigans. But I didn't realize how recent that was. That was like 100 years ago, which is wild to think about. Less than 100 years ago. Anyway, I met again with Adrian in order to address her emotional outbursts in the past few weeks. It is our second time meeting, and while it is standard practice to have multiple sessions with a troubled student, as I assemble a report for the counseling department, I could not help but think, as we sat down in my office, that Adrian already seemed to show a remarkable change in self-esteem and confidence, and perhaps my and Miss Richardson's estimation of her as emotionally disturbed was erroneous. I said erroneous correctly, and I am so proud of myself. The paralyzing shyness and withdrawn attitude Adrian possessed last week was not entirely dismissed, but she seemed to hold herself differently this week. However, this only lasted as long as our conversation pertained to initial introductory pleasantries. What does what word mean, Vinny? Q. The erroneous means wrong. If that's what you mean. Like, erroneous is like, oh, we made that in error. We made a mistake. I like your little squid cat, Q. When I began once again asking about her parents, her feelings regarding her new school and her new home, she quickly lost what new confidence she had gathered up and withdrew again into herself. So once again, I partook in some collaborative make-believe. But this time, I was aided by the fact that I had managed to do some research into Adrian's grandfather, and I had at some point... I had some insight into what she might actually be finding in the basement. Now, this may be overstepping my bounds some as a school counselor. School counseling caseworker. Oh my god. But this was I am losing my voice. God. That's how I feel, Crow. But this was all in the service of making Adrian comfortable and happy in this learning environment. In any case, I was able to dig up information regarding the grandfather by inquiring at the university in town. Not that I make it a habit of sleuthing, but I had a suspicion that the grandfather was a professor there, or at least some sort of researcher, due to the fact that the newly constructed laboratory on campus I drive by every day seems to bear his name in a memorial. He was some sort of anthropologist or linguist or neuroscientist. I did not have to dig that deep before the scope of his work became dizzying, and I ran up against the limits of my undergraduate education. But back to the make-believe. What is your grandpa like? Is he a smart man? Not anymore. But I'm teaching him. Adrian, could you be any more creepy? Oh my god, child. So he's grown a good deal then? You've been feeding him well? Yeah. He is getting bigger, but he has a lot of room in his cage. He's still behind the bars? Yeah, well, he might be able to climb out eventually. There's this vent in the ceiling. Well, perhaps if he climbs out, I could meet him someday. Yeah, maybe. But he's not ready to leave. He can't take care of himself. I have to feed him, pick up after him. Ah. You store food in your lunchbox? That's nice of you to share. He can almost talk. You cannot speak with him? He doesn't? He doesn't have a mouth, sort of. But how do you feed him? He has a mouth on the outside. Don't we all have mouths on the outside? Anyway, on his shell, or the stuff that is his skin. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can go through a typical day with your grandpa. Okay. I asked her to explain how exactly she goes about growing her grandpa, and Adrian began another tale. According to Adrian, in the week that had passed, much had changed in the basement. Okay, we back in the basement. Shell? Yeah, Finny. Shell. Oh my god. The guy's gone. Okay. Examine. The hairy thing that was here before is gone. I don't like that. Can I explain? You should go see Grandpa first. I don't want to go see Grandpa first. That's like chaos. Chaos. I love the chaos rainbow cue. Nope, I gotta go see Grandpa. Time to go see my grandpappy. Wake Grandpa. Why not? Let's wake him up. It was scary at first, she said. The way he moved, the way the doll's skin covered him. I wanted to interject. This somehow seemed inappropriate, but I kept listening. When I would look at him, he continued, when I think about him, he grows and moves. It's like he is growing for me. So he's growing bigger now, I asked. Yes, she said. Bigger every day. God, I feel like I'm like reading a book. Grandpa, what the fuck? I don't like Grandpa anymore. This begins the actual growing part of growing your grandpa. Beneath the doll's burlap skin, the follicles knit together what resembles a proper person. Your grandpa. It just said what it was, Fitty. It's your grandpa. You are in charge of its cognitive development and diet until it is able to sustain itself. Currently, you are observing Grandpa. Please click the arrow back button below for a brief tutorial of your duties as caretaker. Alright. Grandpa's a wiggling. I don't like it. Okay. Here we can see a variety of options regarding growing your grandpa. Highlighted in red are objectives related to feeding and teaching Grandpa. Important messages regarding Grandpa's recent activity will also appear here. You will need to find food and learning material before you can move on to the next week. Okay. Some foods will make Grandpa happy, others merely content. Some food will make Grandpa disgusted to the point of nausea. I don't want to see that. Learning material is also scattered throughout the basement. Seek out vocabulary cards intended to help teach English and basic anthropoetic concept information. God. The options highlighted in red are related to navigating around Grandpa's enclosure. Grandpa's enclosure is not a phrase that I like to utter. The Go to Grandpa option will let you perform all actions directly related to Grandpa, feeding, teaching, observing, etc. Accessing the study corner will let you go over any documents you pick up as the weeks go by. I wonder how many weeks are in this game. It's a good idea to learn about the work of people who last occupied this space. Gotta go find that Lorio. Accessing the kitchen corner will let you search for food in the old refrigerator and prepare food for Grandpa, if need be. What is that cute? I love all of these octopi guys in my chat. You found the actual head for the octopus. Okay. Okay. Help button will replay this tutorial. Save game button will save your... Okay, save. An exit game menu will take you back to the main menu. More buttons may or may not appear depending on your development of Grandpa. So watch out for them. One final note. Take care to explore the basement at your leisure. However, due to the entropic nature of clutter and trash, different weeks may allow you to find things you have not previously discovered. Good luck. All right, let's go find some food. No, should we observe Grandpa? Let's observe Grandpa. Observe. You examine Grandpa, noting its I don't like that you call it Grandpa, but also say noting its movements. Like, I don't know. Respiration and general mood. It feels like an object, you know. Non-binary. True. Yeah, Crow. Yeah, that's true. But Grandpa itself is a binary term, I would say. Let's see. Grandpa seems sort of sluggish and bored. You get the feeling that it may be more content on reading. Oh, wait, no, readily poof. God, I have one brain cell and it is dying. Readily cooperative once fed and taught a word or two. So it wants me to feed the wiggly man. Let's go find food. Let's go to the kitchen corner. Search upper fridge. What is this? Lettuce. It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. Alright. Search the lower fridge. Oh, banana. It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. It's a brown banana. That's the worst banana. No, actually, you know what? Brown bananas are good for, like, if you're making, like, banana bread. God, I want to make banana bread right now. Banana bread. God, I want to make some banana bread. Prepare food. Soft fruit or vegetable. Banana. An appealing item? I don't have any. Okay, well, I guess you combine food with, unappealing food with actual edible food. Alright, so I don't really have to prepare anything. Go to Grandpa. We should feed Grandpa? Would you like to view the tutorial before you start? You will not be prompted again. Sure. Teach me how to... I'm sorry, I got distracted by a UQ. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Man. This brief tutorial will go over the basics of feeding Grandpa via introduction of your unprotected insula. Is that the free real estate? Grandpa has simulated the production of tooth enamel to mimic a human mouth. How would Grandpa do that? It will need to be fed through this in order to properly learn and grow. First, you will need to select the item from the lunchbox. Click on the lunchbox in the bottom right corner. The contents of the lunchbox will be displayed. Nice food, bad food. Okay, bad food's gonna be on the bottom. Select an item from the lunchbox. Doing so will fill your hand with the item. Note that any food can be put back into the lunchbox by clicking the lunchbox with a full hand. Before Grandpa can be fed, it must judge the food by smell. Hover your hand above Grandpa's olfactory bulbs. If Grandpa is pleased, it will allow you to feed it. most foods Grandpa will accept. However, getting Grandpa to consume other things requires some culinary deception. Okay, kind of like how you would do with a dog, putting the bad stuff in the good stuff. Yeah. When Grandpa is willing to be fed, hover your hand over its mouth and click. Grandpa will then consume the food. Good luck on feeding Grandpa. I don't feel lucky. You are... I didn't read that. Excuse me, Grandpa. What the fuck? If Grandpa is enticed by the smell, click on Grandpa's nostrils. Stop scrolling text. Okay, Grandpa's nostrils are left of its mouth. Grandpa is enticed by the smell. Click on Grandpa's mouth to feed it. Okay. What do you guys want to feed? You want to feed him the banana or the lettuce? I feel like the banana is probably a little more appetizing than a limp piece of lettuce. Give him some greens. Okay, I'll give him the lettuce. A very old leaf of lettuce. It is flaky and stiff. Ban. Ban what, Fitting? Make him choke on it. Yeah. Ban Grandpa? Bananan? Okay. Oh, ban, and you meant banana. I get it. I thought you were saying ban someone. I was like, wait, what? Alright. Click on Grandpa's nostrils. By its neutral reaction. What? I think it said it was okay? Alright, Grandpa. Bitch. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Should I give him the banana too? Oh wait, I get it. Point. Let's give him the banana too. You want the banana? It would accept the meal. Please, Grandpa. Grow. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Alright, I think we're done feeding Grandpa. Get out of here. Let's go. You step away from the window set in the bars. Grandpa grunts in appreciation and locomotes towards its favorite corner. Oh. Okay. Feeding summary. He had digestible food. I guess that was good. I'm really concerned. Let's see. Let's search file cabinet 1 for some documents that I could teach my grandfather. Do not touch those. What are you? I'll get back to you in a second. I don't know what that is. It's all squiggly. I know I'm kind of blocking the way, but you can kind of see it peeking out behind me. All clean. The space will not be dirty again until next week. Okay. What are you? Oh, they're cashews! It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. They did not look like cashews, my friend. An account of acquisition. It was said to pass from one family of steppe people to another. Okay, Grandpa would definitely be a cashew man. People to another, but pressed on its ultimate origin, illegible. Somewhere to the south, coiled in a bowl covered in incantations, buried upside down by a graveyard, a common late antiquity. antiquity demon trap. The keeper, an elderly man in failing health, was ready to expound on and on about the dangers of the organism. I almost read that as orgasm. But when I asked more pointed questions about the history of its acquisition, I was given cut responses that had a way of circling back to vague warnings. I don't know if that exactly is something I can teach Grandpa right now. However, I know there's just some crazy magic shit going on. I have no idea what I'm touching. I just know I'm touching something probably disgusting. Oh, there's the trash. Okay. All right. Linguistics module. Grandpa. Teach Grandpa this word to read the notes of past educators. All right. Is there anything else I can pick up? No? Check file cabinet 3. God, there's so much trash. All clean. There was nothing in the... Oh, wait. Oh, there was something. You removed the taped down fabric to reveal the cabinet's wooden bottom. Notation regarding sample exoskeletons. Oh god, there's so much reading. Research participants, please take note. Each growth from a cycle does not require a shell, but you may find the sample will often try and seize on something somewhat flexible it can grow into, along with any desirous yield it may generate, or else it will move from one shell to the next as it outgrows them. Is Grandpa like a hermit crab? Is he just gonna... Is it like a literal shell? Is Grandpa like some weird hermit crab thing? In the small amount of time I have spent with it in preparation, I have noticed it tends towards human forms. However, we should keep a tight lid on the anthropoidic seal in order to be cautious before we can begin to experiment with exposing it long-term to anthropoid stimuli. Dr. Hart. Dr. Hart has my heart. Not really. Anyway. To my colleagues, I don't mean to be overly severe in tone, but Dr. Hart's work is very important, and the material we are working with is potentially very dangerous. I will be handing out a copy of this note as a reminder to everyone. I am not trying to single any particular person out. We all have misconceptions about the nature of this project from time to time. With that out of the way, here are some things to keep in mind. The active growth must be thoroughly terminated via the correct procedures at the very least 4 weeks after dormancy is interrupted. Okay. It doesn't matter what you've done or haven't done regarding tests or procedures or how much the anthropoidic vacuum has been disrupted. We are not ready to go beyond 4 weeks at this point. A step-by-step guide to termination has been posted by the enclosure wall. Please, 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 Do not place the educational posters over this posting. 2. Do not disrupt the anthropoidic vacuum without Dr. Hart's prior consultation and approval. In case of any emergency where the vacuum is disrupted, put on your equipment and begin the lockdown procedure. Make an extensive note of when and how the breach occurred. If you find the habitat empty, page Dr. Hart immediately, but do not attempt to speak with anyone else. This thing can get very smart. I'm sure you're all aware from the stories we've heard on our acquisition trip. The greatest caution should be used for when dealing with a potential aggressive mimicry scenario. Please seek me out if you have any more questions. William. William is the guy from the, like, we learned from the week prior that he's possibly been consumed by the bristly thing that we encountered last week. So, all right. You have gained the conversation topic biohazard bin. All right, whenever Grandpa emerges, we'll talk about the biohazard bin. Medical imaging device. What is this? Say, doctor's notes. Well, that's surprisingly bright on my screen. Okay, so I'm guessing eventually we're gonna, like, get notes or something that we can, like, put over this. Kind of like, not a projector, but, a light bulb. Something. Let's see. And these are all the documents that I have words. All the things I have collected. Okay. So we found the word grandpa that we can maybe teach Grandpa. So I think we're gonna go teach Grandpa. Oh wait, it says 2 words. 2 words taught. Find vocabulary cards to help Grandpa speak. I think I only found 1. I found 1 vocabulary card, yeah. Oh, you ordered me pad thai, Q? Thank you. I love pad thai. Is it just regular pad thai or is it crispy pad thai? Oh, you know, I didn't look over these educational. Crispy, you're the best. Fucking love you. From the blue place, so thank you. A set of procedures regarding dispositional interment. / internment? Yeah, okay. You can examine this in detail later in the study corner. The researcher will seal off the enclosure bars, ensuring minimal gas leakage during the later fumigating process, and then retrievement that the burn barrel and replace it near the enclosure. So I'm guessing what happened was the grandfather died. I'm just trying to piece things together. The grandfather died, and they moved into this house because it was probably inherited by the little girl's mother or father, whoever. her parents inherited it. And I'm guessing her grandfather was running some freaky ass experiments in his basement. This like some Goosebumps level shit. Okay, rule number 2, allow at least 48 hours of time where the current growth cycle experiences no human-related stimuli. Do not enter the enclosure area nor any part of the basement. Ideally, you will not be on the grounds at all. I'm wondering if her grandfather must have been Dr. Hart, right? After 48 hours, 2 researchers will enter the basement wearing their assigned mirror mask, mirror apron, and powered air purifying respirator. The researcher will use the vent system to fumigate the enclosure area. Wait 30 minutes and then use the fan system to ventilate the enclosure. Keep the fans running during steps 3 through 4. Re-enter the enclosure area wearing your assigned mirror. You know, I'm probably not gonna have to do this, so I'm just gonna skip over the rule. There's so many rules, but I'm gonna skip over the rules. I can come back and read them. But I didn't find another vocabulary word. Makes me sad. I wanna teach Grandpa. I need to find another word. That's weird. I can't change the pointer here. So I went over the posters, I went through the cabinets. It's all clean. I wonder if it's maybe somewhere else, maybe not just over here, that I can find, Didn't you get Wish? Did I get Wish? I thought Wish was a topic. Well, I think Wish was the conversation that I could have with Grandpa once Grandpa emerges. But the only vocabulary word that I found was Grandpa. I don't think it'd be in the fridge. Oh wait, this is like the tutorial, never mind. I accidentally clicked through the tutorial. No, I'm fine, I know. Well, let's try speaking to Grandpa anyway. We should try the tutorial first. Ooh, okay, is this a weird system? This brief tutorial will go over teaching Grandpa pronunciation and vocalization. Okay. The vocabulary word you picked will appear in the top left corner. In the bottom right corner will be a pentagon that is divided up into 8 sections. A section of the pentagon will be highlighted briefly. A notification sound will play, and soon another section will be highlighted. You will control a small round icon that sits above the pentagon by using your mouse. The ball is constrained to the limits of the pentagon. The goal is to keep your icon over the highlighted area and move it as the area changes sections around the pentagon. When you hold left, click above the correct highlighted area, the icon will start to vibrate, along with the stimulated vocal cords, and the current letter of your word will begin to turn red. Keep holding over a highlighted section and gesture icon as it changes place. Soon the letter will become fully read. After every letter becomes read, Grandpa will proudly pronounce the word to you, and it will be considered learned. This is involving, Q. When they were talking about, you're gonna teach Grandpa, you're gonna fucking teach Grandpa. Teaching Grandpa these words will accelerate its cognitive development. It's a weird game, but I'm honestly fascinated by it. There's like some weird combination of like scientific and occult going on. I don't know, it's just fascinating. Teaching Grandpa these words will accelerate its cognitive development and lead to further breakthroughs in general intelligence. Man, I wonder just how far, like, in conversation you can go to speaking with Grandpa by, like, the end of this game. I'm, concerned. Would you like to view the tutorial page before you start? You will not be proud. No, I just went through the tutorial. Teach word Grandpa, yes. Oh, it's kind of like, it looks like vocal cords. That's so fucked. Okay, hold down the right mouse button if you wish to end the session early. Okay, hold on. This is weird and glitchy. Oh shit, I have to click, okay. Bro, I don't like this. He said gee, guys. Oh god. He's making some demonic noises over here. Keep with you and Grandpa. Grandpa, please. Whew. Okay. I mean, it was understandable. It's a Grandpa. Okay. He said it very confidently. He knows his own name. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card, and the notes there are written by administrators of the past. Grandpa, part of vocabulary and vocalization module E81. Family. General pronunciation comments. Usual trouble with articulation, voice thin, raspy, possibly underdeveloped larynx. Module comments, see below. We have done several sessions of what we are calling the familial relation simulation. Oh. I and a co-researcher sit in chairs opposite the enclosure. We are wearing the usual masks, and we begin to act out a scene, mostly through improvisation, that might roughly resemble a kitchen table conversation between an immediate family. Repeated trials would reveal through our simulated conversation was purposely vague and unspecific regarding persons and identities. We would only address each other as brother, father, sister, etc., etc. It soon became apparent with the encoded information and associations we unconsciously drawn upon when hearing and speaking these words was beginning to pick up on by Whiskers. So Whiskers was like the previous, like, entity. in its psi type field of reception interpretation of brain mind events semantic content. My co-researcher William noticed this in a simulation where Whiskers was given a role as a sister and he as a brother. I was the father. Whiskers began responding to certain prompts with unusual specificity, as well as a general pattern and timbre of speech that continued with unusual consistency. As soon as the simulation ended and we left the enclosure area, William let me know that Whiskers was almost certainly drawing from encoded memories of his late sister. Mapping out exactly what regions and centers of neural activity are intercepted by the psi-type field will take extensive neuroimaging that we do not have at this site. Currently, we only have less precise portable equipment. However, our experiences so far are eerily in line with folk knowledge and folk explanations regarding the being's access to desires, and we can begin to infer it has access to certain portions of the limbic system and the ventral temporal cortex. Those were words. You step away from the bars and store the module card at the document table. Okay. So we taught him one word. No response. You examine Grandpa, noting its movements, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa seems sort of sluggish and bored. You get a feeling it may be more content and readily cooperative once fed and taught a word or two. Okay, so I have to find the second word. I don't think the book is gonna give me anything. Just like, I need another word, please. A place that I haven't gone yet. Let me save the game. Maybe it's not in this area. Maybe it's like in the other area. Oh, that's right, because I couldn't go anywhere else other than seeing Grandpa first. Alright. Let's examine. Trash. It's me. What's this? Corroded battery. This isn't really food. Grandpa might eat it, however. I don't want to give Grandpa a battery. Bulbous growth. What? Something appears to be growing from the wall. You take a closer look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A pulsating sac. The slimy membrane that its skin seems to contain something. Oh god. It might be able to be opened with a blade. I don't like that. Okay, I still can't see from... So I have to go... let's check the cabinet. Maybe the cabinet has something. Slouching under the weight of rot. Alright. Boop, boop. Just need to find another vocabulary word, and then I think the week can end. What the fuck is that? Are those like eyeballs or something? Oh, they're blueberries. I was like, are those eyeballs? No, they're blueberries. It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. All right. This is such a odd game. Is that like a baby? What am I don't like this, man. Will Grandpa like the baby? Is it edible? I don't know, there's multiple baby faces and shit. All clean. An account of an acquisition. He has to smell it first. Before we begin, he had us all cover our faces completely. An earthenware pot was illegible, and on the inside, as we stole brief glances at it, we could see the interior was inlaid with mirrors. The illegible gave it small pieces of dough, spoiled food, chicken feed, keeping it content. The keeper gestured towards the small bag where the food composted and told us to be careful not to feed it any meat. I asked if the rotting food was enough to sustain it, how it might get nutrients from any of this. So we probably shouldn't feed Grandpa meat. That's what I'm hearing. The keeper regarded me seriously and said it did not matter what it was fed. The act of feeding itself was what mattered. The act of feeding flesh is another act, however. He then gave me another series of grave warnings regarding not keeping any animal-derived foods near where I might be keeping it. Are these like, maybe they're like masks or something? I don't know. Whatever, they're creepy as shit. Bottom drawer. Oh, it's like a safe. Maybe if I can find a key. Something. Alright. There was nothing here for me. Try this trash pile. Something about the painting looks strange. Search painting. Oh, it's like flowers. I was like, is that like brains or something? No, they're flowers. Now that I kind of like look over at OBS, it's like a little more. Yeah. All right. A folder full of radiographic images. Oh, maybe that's something I can look at in the imagery thing. I forget search trash pile. Please, I just need a vocabulary word. Wow, I can't believe it. It's been almost 2 hours already. This is like quite a word of the day is exorcist. We should call one. Call it like the Vatican or some shit. Fiberglass insulation. This isn't really food. Grandpa might eat it, however. Don't feed your grandfather's fiberglass insulation. That's not good. And I didn't find a... anything else to this painting. Just gonna grab you. Anyway. Okay. There's more over here. Not really, I guess. So that's where I came from. The waste here smells particularly strong. I don't know what that means. Nothing pleasant, I'm sure. There's some kind of doll, like a paper doll. I'm kind of blocking the way so you can't see it, but I'll grab it in a second. Simple paper doll. This might be useful in the construction of magic symbols. Are we gonna grow more grandpas? Maybe. Alright. It's all clean. Maybe that folder I found will have something that I need. Go through the door. Enter. Let's go to the study corner. You slip the radiographic images you found onto the the machine's display. Goodness. Oh, that scared me. Shit. Propagation 21. Day 19 after dormancy, another vacuum broken. Yes, term at 21 days. Notes in detail. Intriguing results with regard to the mimic hypothesis. A participant entered a sealed chamber adjacent to Whiskers, growth cycle number 21, which had been freed from the anthropoidic void, constructed quite economically from plastic and broken mirrors. The first propagation's original earthenware vacuum was shattered during the move-in. Between the two, there was a semi-opaque glass panel that allowed observation both ways. The human participant was asked to think of someone in the popular consciousness, fictional or no, and conjugate on their image, personality, face if possible, voice if possible, etc. Our participant chose Jesus of Nazareth, and with weekly repeated exposure to participants' images, propagation number 21 began forming what resembled an anthropoid Nazarene in the fold of its spines. What does that mean? Was Jesus growing out of it? Is that... I don't know. Propagation number 2. Day 0, after dormancy, another vacuum broke in. Yes, term at 6 days. She imagined Grandpa, so here is Grandpa. Yeah. But I'm just like, it's fascinating. It's like some sort of entity that they got from somewhere. I don't know. We have taken to calling it Whiskers. Though of course some have interpreted it as hair or needles or quills, but Whiskers is more accurate, as the needles are really more like suprasensory follicles or spines. The nerve nets distributed throughout the morphology of these spines resemble those of genus Hydra, but have myelin sheaths that are functionally the same as vertebrae. As we can see in the X-ray, each spine is laden with dense optical arrangements similar to compound eyes. Oh, are all the its little hairs like eyes? That's fucked. The Hydra connection is assuredly worth investigating with regard to the organism's capacity for generation and anecdotal deathlessness. It certain is a robust enough creature to inspire marvel that is not untinged with fear. Oh yeah, there's like weird. That's weird. Exposure to mammalian forms, part of a series of zoomorphic influences, led to further understanding of the propagation's ability to stimulate the somatic stem cells that constitute fully developed animals. I write simulate in the previous statement because examining the tissue of each propagation leads me to believe its amazing capacity for accelerated growth of vastly different forms come from its cell level mutability. It's day 10 after dormancy. Term at 12 days. This radiograph was taken at or around growth cycle number 4. The strange thing about it was that the subject of the image was found nowhere near the enclosure. It's almost like a piece of Whiskers fell off and scurried into the corner. I feel like we've learned a lot since then. At the time, I remembered speaking about the morphology being weird, not even really resembling any extant they love using the big words. Any extant zoomorphic structure besides maybe a cuttlefish. I love cuttlefish. Then I happened to open the thing up. Inside were all these little dead amoeba-like things, but they were all sort of looked like they had faces. Faces that were just barely there. After I took the radiograph, I gathered it up and went to go through the biohazard bin. Weird. I feel like I'm missing something. can't seem to find the, second vocabulary card. So it says it's clean, but I don't believe it. Rigby was watching the hand on your screen. That's adorable. You know, it's funny. I was like, I was working on art stuff today. And my cat, Big Boss, when he was a kitten, he very much liked to kind of sit on people's shoulders and sleep in like the crook of their neck. And he still wants to kind of do that even to this day, even though he's a chonker of a cat. And I was sitting working on painting today, and he jumped on my shoulder from the ground without like warning me, and it scared the absolute crap out of me. And not only did he do this once, he did it 3 times. And it was funny, I actually like took a picture like over the shoulder with my phone because he was just lurking on the floor like 5 feet away from me, just waiting, watching. He was a plotter. My dude. He was ready to attack, he really was. I mean, I already cleaned this. I can't seem to find... I need a key to open this. There's gotta be something somewhere. I feel a little flummoxed. Okay, I can't go there. I don't have anything to cut the pulsating sack. Oh, I didn't clean the trash pile. I am just a dum-dum. Just a dumb little... I don't know. All clean. Is this what I've been looking for? Bitch, yeah! I found the other vocabulary card. Hello. Teach Grandpa this word. Okay, cool. Let's go teach Grandpa how to say hello. Go to Grandpa. Let us teach Grandpa. We're gonna teach it how to say hello. Oh, I hate this. Yeah? Grandpa, that was not how you say hello. You did not say hello, my friend. Having completed the lesson, you take a look back. Okay, there's more notes on the back of the card, okay. Module A2, Conversational Basics. General pronunciation comments. Sloppy articulation. I agree. Grandpa, that was the sloppiest. I need to take a sip. I've been reading so much that my mouth is like dry. I think reading this out loud is more than I've talked the entire day. Because I am a very quiet person. Oh no, I'm getting a phone call. Get out of here. I have it on Do Not Disturb. That was weird. My apologies. You got me Thai iced tea? Thank you. Okay, so we are already... Oh my god, I keep getting a call, but, I think the food might be outside. I'd appreciate it if you got that. Oh my gosh. I don't like when the game goes super silent, like this. Alright. I know, Vinny, I'm just like, struggling. Okay, okay, we are already encountering some difficulty as Whisker's subjectivity is so much determined by a diverse and dynamic array of influences. It attempts to mimic the thoughts and desires it passively intercepts, and these imitations go on to structure the basis of its identity. Only later Whisker's growth cycle does it begin to form an identity, or identities, that are coherent and capable of resembling a sane, rational human being when engaged in conversation. One must imagine how hard it would be to converse with someone who is not yet oriented in one particular way towards who or how they are, because they might have 20 different honest answers to those questions, all of them mixed and muddled together. Because of this, we have started with the basics of conversations, greetings, partings, identifying one another, forming questions, etc., etc. It is fortunate Whisker's current growth number 19, I believe, has developed a mostly accurate human mouth simulation. It is... I don't know how I feel about that group of words together. Hello was a bit of a challenge in the previous growth, as it failed to develop an adequate organ to act as a human tongue. You step away from the bars and store the module card at the document table. Okay, I think we did everything for the week, yeah. So we're gonna end the week. Would you like to end the week? Yes, I think we explored everything. The weekly summary. Food acquired. We got lettuce, bananas, cashews. I probably could have kept feeding Grandpa. Blueberries, fiberglass insulation, weekly summary. We required a lot of documents. Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to a new conversation topic to discuss with Grandpa. You have gained the conversation topic, language. When is Grandpa going to emerge? I don't know. I don't know when he's going to emerge. I might get through week 3 and then in stream, because it seems like these weeks take at least an hour. But we'll see. Miss Richards approached me the other day in order to remark on Adrian's development. She noted how much more at ease she appeared when called upon in class, or when asked to participate in group exercises. I told her I had seen this change happening as well, and that as much as I would like to take credit for it, I can only guess dimly at what might be reshaping her attitude. Miss Richards posited that it was perhaps Adrian's family moving into their grandfather's property that caused the change. It apparently is out in the country in a wooded area full of open wide space and far from the bustle and noise of the city. Okay, so Dr. Hart is the grandfather. The grandfather, Dr. Jacob Hart, had jointly purchased the land with the university he was employed with and began constructing what he was intending to be a satellite campus for a burgeoning psychological anthropology program he had a hand in establishing. Wait, so Dr. PhD isn't Grandpa? No, I think Grandpa, I don't know. I mean, he is a doctor of some sort. I don't know if he's Dr. PhD, though. Only one building ever ended up being constructed after Dr. Hart died in a car accident when driving back from the property one day. Eerily, at almost the exact same time, a grad student who was assisting Dr. Hart on some sort of project at the property vanished without a trace. Oh. Maybe that's William. Maybe William's the one that disappeared. The property sat in disuse for years, as it was tied up in legal battles between Dr. Hart's next of kin, the university, the vanished grad student's family, and the other students Dr. Hart was working with. God, that sounds like a fucking legal nightmare. Like, jeez, I couldn't. That's gotta be, like, hard to deal with, like, because it was, like, partly associated with the university. It was owned by the doctor. And then, of course, William's family wanted probably some compensation. Eventually, the case was settled out of court. Only recently did the property fall into the possession... By the way, it was food. Oh, okay, thank you, Q. I was like, wait, what? Only recently did the property fall into the possession of Adrian's mother. Obviously, I was not going to relay this whole tragic story to Adrian, who for all I know believes her grandpa still might be living in the basement of his home. Besides, I thought, she might already know all of this. Perhaps the elaborate story she was constructing was her own way of escaping the morbid details of life. Or perhaps lives cut short by the cruel force of fate and the cynical adults who squabbled in the aftermath. I determined perhaps the storytelling she was, and continues to engage in, should not be encouraged by me, at least not in the way I went about it before, where I made active inquiries into her strange fantasy of a semi-sentient ball of skin. When I saw Adrian, I did not bring up her grandpa or ask questions about his growth. Adrian could not stop talking about it, however. I had no choice but to weather her bizarre and enthusiastic effusions about her new best friend. Alright, Adrian. Adrian, maybe we can talk about something else. I'm not sure I'm following you exactly. He's gotten so big. He has so many whiskers that come out and I can see them move around when I think about him. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm so happy Grandpa is back. He's so much cooler than Mom and Dad. Once again, for what it's worth, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Adrian once again told me about growing her grandpa. Well. What? Okay, so it's trash. I'm the trash man. Trash pile. It's clean. I mean, I should probably check on Grandpa, but I'm just gonna check everything out here first. I found a kiwi. It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. How's the bulbous growth doing? Still gross. Okay. That's a dark corner I can't go in yet. Check the cabinet. Looks like more burlap, maybe? Oh, there's just nothing in here. Okay. I don't like the baby doll face drawer. Okay, there's nothing in here. Oh, still have no key. Check the trash pile. Painting. Is it okay? Is there gonna be a vocabulary card that I could teach Grandpa more words? A potato? It looks edible. Grandpa might like this. I feel like a potato right now. Life. Okay. I'm gonna teach Grandpa the word life. Indecision. That's very indecisive. Wait, is there another growth here? Yet another pulsating sac grows in this corner of the basement. Okay, so there's another bulb. Another sac. Okay. Well. Go check on Grandpa. Actually, let's go to the kitchen. A pear. Okay. strawberry. I want to know how I'm going to know whether or not Grandpa, like, really likes the food or not. Okay, I think I found the 2 words that I'm supposed to teach Grandpa. So, we should go to Grandpa. Oh, he's not, he moved. He's not in the chair anymore. Serve. He has a lot more, whiskers pulsating out of him. You examine Grandpa, noting its movements, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa's gums are bleeding slightly, and its skin seems overly dry. My skin is overly dry. It may need a food packed with vitamin C. A kiwi fruit will be an excellent remedy. I found kiwi. How serendipitous that is. Let's feed Grandpa some kiwis. Feed Grandpa a battery. Here. Here. Eat the food. I don't like... Sufficient. A brown strawberry. It's as hard as a rock. That sounds awful. Soft brown pear. Why? A gray tuber, quite pliable and soft. Fiberglass. Blueberries. Battery cashew. So we gave him a kiwi and that had vitamin C. I wonder if... Should we feed him anything else? I'm not gonna feed him... You vote for fiberglass. Fitty, no. I mean, I could see... I wanna... You know what? Let's see how he reacts. Let's see how he reacts to fiberglass. I'm gonna... Let's have him smell it. Grandpa didn't seem to like it. Let's see how you smell. How you feel about batteries. He doesn't like the artificial smell. Let's give you a strawberry. It will sate. Okay, so he doesn't really care for that. Okay. You want a pear, my mans? Please just smell the pear. Just eat the pear. I don't care anymore. Alright. So, we fed Grandpa. Let's try to teach Grandpa words. Alright. Go to Grandpa. Let's try to teach Grandpa some words. Oh man. Indecision. That's my middle name. Let's teach... Oh god, this is a long word too, god, okay. God. You're almost there, Grandpa, you're almost there. Alright. Sure. That sounded like indecision. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary. That was pretty good. You know what? He said indecision pretty well. A lot better than he said hello. I'm just saying the way he said hello was not how you say hello. Okay, having complete the lesson. Take a look at, okay, so the notes on the back. Indecision. Theory of mind. General pronunciation comments. Articulation problems. Possible trouble with diphthongs. Module comments, see below. We're introducing the latest growth of whiskers to move more subtle social cues and testing its ability to judge mental states of participants in conversation. The semantic content that flows to whiskers via its psi field is still becoming muddled and slipped without distinction into conversation, although our intention is instilling it in a solid theory of mind, will perhaps make it begin to understand that we do not know what it knows or know what we are without our control sending to it. One would think of a theory of mind seems to develop as part of its maturation. I know it's like maturing, but I don't know how to pronounce that process. In order to hunt sapient beings, it must be able to deceive them. Sorry, my brain just had like a moment of like, oh shit, this thing, like, they're like positing that this thing like hunts humans. In order to deceive them, it must be able to make certain metacognitive judgments. For example, if their deception appears to be working or how one ought to be deceived. We may never see it develop a theory of mind anytime soon, as Dr. Hart has disallowed a cycle of whiskers growth to live into the beginnings of maturity. I'm guessing we're gonna let Grandpa live more than 5 weeks, because it seems like they were killing these things off after 5 weeks, or before 5 weeks was up. You step away from the bars and store the module card. Let's teach him another, or teach Grandpa. Oh, Grandpa moved. Grandpa's kind of weird. Life. This one should be easy. It's such a small word. You can do it, Grandpa. You're almost there. All right. Okay, I heard it. I heard it that time. You sounded like a demon. But you pronounced it. Concept of formation. General pronunciation comments, none. Module comments, see below. At week 3 of growth, number 24 whiskers appeared to recall some information from a previous growth cycle. We cannot be sure that this was really the case. For all we know, what we interpreted as it recollecting this information was it drawing semantic content from one of our recollections of it and redeploying it without rationality or contextualization. For the sake of our safety and for the sake of scientific inquiry, we are attempting to draw out from whiskers whether it somehow retains knowledge from previous cycles in its morphalytic nucleus. We did not think it was possible the nucleus, though complex and incredible in its regenerative abilities, was capable of this, and that the network that grew from it made up the base of Whisker's mind. And so we are now attempting to ask Whiskers as best we can if it has ever died or what it might remember if it did. Okay. Oh. I need to feed Grandpa another food. Go to Grandpa. Alright. You know what? You're gonna take the strawberry, my man. Burgle, burgle. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay. Okay, okay. I think so we did everything we need to do with Grandpa. I'm gonna go check the study corner to see if there's anything else I can find. Because there is that key. I would love a knife, scalpel, I don't know, something. Because I feel like, you know, it's weird. I feel like the key's gonna be like in one of those weird little tumor things that are growing in the basement. Okay, there's nothing here. Boy. Anything in here? Nope. Oh. Okay, this is just the stuff I had already found. I still have glue. And I have a paper doll. I'm wondering if I have to end up killing Grandpa, like by like week 5, and then like regrowing Grandpa with the paper doll or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything more I can do. I feel like I looked at everything already this week. Why am I looking at the tumor again? I can't do anything with it. Just glue the paper doll to it. I don't know. I feel like I can't search the painting anymore than I already have. Hmm. Alright, I also need to get like some kind of light source. Do one quick look over. So I went through all these. I went through the kitchen. Oh, you know, I could probably like... I could feed Grandpa like fiberglass by putting it in a potato. That's awful. There you go, Fitty. Next time we feed Grandpa, we're gonna feed Grandpa this fiberglass potato. No, I can't put in the blueberries. Oh well. I don't know if this is like the end of the week. It seems like week 2 was much longer. But I don't think there's anything more than I can do. Oh, actually, maybe I could attempt to communicate with Grandpa. Grandpa accedes to your request. It approaches the bars and begins to unknit its skin. Alright, Grandpa. The inner Grandpa. Inside all of us, there are 2 Grandpas. The inner Grandpa, though, is still not fully formed, is revealed. It may be fruitful to speak with it if it can respond. Oh God! What do we talk to Grandpa about? Ask about wishes. Oh, Jesus. Grandpa still struggles somewhat to speak due to its underdeveloped tongue, mouth, and jaw. However, it manages to rasp out an answer. There is like a vague face on that thing, and I hate it. I hate this so much. Ew, yeah, exactly, Finny. Hunger is not enough. On the walls of the cave, the Auroch can be hunger transformed. Desire is fulfilled by pain. It looks like the tree from- It looks like Mother Willow. Is that what you're saying, Crow? Our Grandmother Willow? It's Grandmother Willow and Grandfather. Oh my god, the connections. It's like brain blast. Oh my god. Grandmother Willow and Grandfather Flash. What a lovely couple. Your grandpa doesn't have the right words right now. I can only say, I love you. Love is not enough, though. Desire is not enough. Project it outwards. Make it true to yourself. If only in symbol, then it will be enough. For me and for you. You have some wise words, Flesh Grandpa. Let's ask Grandpa about its shell. Grandpa still struggles to speak due to its underdeveloped tongue, mouth, and jaw. However, it manages to rasp out an answer. Something to grow in. My skin is not the dull skin. My skin is not like your skin either. I can still feel your eyes on me inside my shell. I have many eyes to see, but I don't need them as much as I need your eyes with which I can understand as seeing me. I don't know how I like that. Grandpa's just gonna take my eyes. There is a cycle of attention. You give me myself, but I am still not that. Those are some interesting words. You give me myself, but I am still not that. Slowly, I form a human shape, and you see me more as human, and I become that. So almost like self-realization, but self-realization, I don't know, man. Self-actualization? Self-actualization. I think that's a psychological thing, not like you actually turn into like mimicking the thing that the person wants. Ask about the biohazard bin. Alright, Grandpa. Rasp me out a response. They keep putting me in a box. Sleeping and then set a light. And then in a box. A box in the corner, in the darkness. Okay, so the box in the corner is the biohazard bin. Or, like, the burn barrel. Okay. Most of you couldn't read then. The scribble came and wrote what everyone said. They wrote on strips of bark with thin reeds. Oh. Grandpa's very old. So it's like, because it was saying like the researchers are saying things like they recall like former versions of themselves. And considering Grandpa is talking about humans who, like, before, like, we could record anything, I assume that it actually does recall a lot. Because Adrian's just an 8-year-old girl. I don't think Adrian knows much about, like, at least I don't know. Maybe 8-year-olds are, like, much smarter than I give them credit for. No, it was not that. It was a paper posted somewhere. It had words to open the box. Nah. Nah, kids aren't smarter than I give credit for. It had words to open the box. I was half dead in the box. The part of me that dies was put in there for a long time. That part of me and other things they threw in it. A refuse pile. Papers they discarded. Alright, so it's like a combination of memories almost? Okay, I did ask about wishes. I asked about... Okay, let's ask about language. What you gotta parse on me now? What wisdom can you partake? Or I don't know. Grandpa is old. My lives were easier before I made myself to speak, and before you made clothes to wear and rules to obey. Your grandpa remembers. I have learned much in many lives and deaths. Keep speaking with me. I love talking with you and learning from you, and it helps your grandpa so much. Soon, I will be everything you would like me to be. That's a nice thought, Grandpa. Goodbye. I don't want to see your weird almond jelly bean. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about inner Grandpa. Grandpa silently ascends back into its shell. Okay, so we talked. I'm glad I was able to talk to Grandpa. I think this was this was a very progressive week, I think. Turns out Grandpa actually has a face. It's weird. I'm gonna save. Yes, save. I'm gonna end the week. I think that's all I can do. Would you like to end the week? Yes. Yes, I would like to end the week. Oh, boy. You know, this game isn't like... This is more like body horror-esque type shit. But it's thrown some surprises at me. No, okay, week 4. Probably gonna stop before we go to week 4. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end here. We got through 3 weeks. Um, I just I need to take this is one of those games where I need to take a moment to really process what's going on. Because I mean, you know what? Talking to Grandpa made me change my feelings for about Grandpa a little bit. Grandpa seemed to be knowledgeable and kind of nice, but in a fucked up package. But then again, there's like that underlying sort of concern that it's actually kind of going to kill me in the end because it's actually some sort of predator that's been hidden away by like ancient civilizations, that kind of thing. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm trying to come up with an intrusive. It's, you know, it's that time of the night. It's intrusive thought night. I'm trying to think of one. And really, all I could think is, don't be a weird flesh root, please. I. It's not a good thought, but it's there. Please, just. God. Alright. Let me be who I want to be. Do you want to be a weird flesh root, Minnie? Is that who you want to be truly? Possibly. I mean, you know what, Finny? You're right. I shouldn't I shouldn't tell people to not be what they want to be. If you want to be a weird flesh root, be a weird flesh root. If you want to have a skin made of burlap, be my guest. The sky is the limits at this point. So be what you want to be. Eat fiberglass, you're right, Fitty. Be what you want to be, have burlap skin, eat fiberglass. Okay. Just gonna go because Grandpa has ruined me. Alright, everyone. I'm glad you were here with me. Thank you for watching. There's no point in continuing watching because I'm leaving. Good night.